Dr. Ben Carson, we thank you so much for joining us tonight.
A pleasure.
All right, so you've had the quick trip to Florida. You told me you have on a fresh suit that you picked up at home. Just to clarify, what was that trip all about?
That trip was, I'd been on the road for almost 3 weeks. And after being on the road for 3 weeks, it's very nice to get a fresh set of clothes. And maybe even spend a few quiet hours at home with my wife, because we've been going in different directions too. People don't seem to understand that. And I heard somebody on television today say, well, they have clothes, they have suits in New Hampshire, he could just buy some new suits there. That's not how I grew up. I didn't grow up where, you've worn these clothes, so throw these away and just go buy some new ones. I don't relate to that.
It looks very nice.
Thank you.
You are outfitted and suited, and now you're moving on. Are you moving on from the controversy over the rumors that were going on? And my understanding, it wasn't just people connected to Cruz. It was connected to at least one other campaign as well, speculating and saying, hey, we're seeing a news story that he may be taking a break from the trail. He may be making an announcement of some sort. I want to play a little bit of what Senator Cruz said today and ask you if this is a good enough apology for you.
Okay.
And I apologize to Ben for our team not passing on their subsequent clarification. But this is not a campaign that scapegoats our staffers, that holds someone out and fires them for political purpose. So no, we're not going to scapegoat anybody. And I would note that the news story that our team passed on was true and accurate.
All right, so your reaction to that, and the front part of that answer, he did point at another network and say, our staff was reporting what that network was reporting.
Well, here's the problem with that. Our campaigns can talk to each other anytime, and we have. And if they wanted to verify the story, it would have taken seconds to do that. So clearly, somebody was not interested in verifying the story, but with incredible enthusiasm, they got the story out to 1,500 precincts. So that doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, so I was at one of these precincts that when you came in, there were 4 candidates who came in that night: Rubio, Trump, Santorum, and you. And I told people that when you came in, there were at least 1,000 people there. You got a standing ovation when they announced you were there, all the way till your time on the stage. You spoke. When you left, another standing ovation. You clearly got the warmest, most enthusiastic reaction, even though you didn't win that precinct.
Sure.
But people have a great deal of respect for you, and you finished well in Iowa. What are you thinking looking forward? I mean, do you think that likability and the fact that people respect you, even if they're not sure you're ready to be commander-in-chief, is enough for you to keep going?
Absolutely. I mean, people everywhere I go say, please, please, for our sake, don't drop out. And, in terms of convincing people that I have what it takes to be commander-in-chief, they just need to keep listening. They need to go to our website, bencarson.com, read my policies. I think I'm the only one who has any extensive policy on how to get rid of ISIS and how to provide national security. It's just a false narrative, and I'm happy to have a discussion, in-depth discussion with anyone on foreign policy.
I interviewed you about a year ago. I don't know if you remember, down in Texas, and at that time, you were speaking professionally and having people, just huge crowds turning out. And I asked you whether you were thinking seriously about running for president, and you were sort of the mindset, I don't want to, but I feel like I may be called to. I feel like maybe these people are calling me to, maybe God is calling me to, but sort of hesitant and reluctant, saying you felt like you were being pulled towards it, but it wasn't something you were after or you were seeking. Where are you now in that place?
Well, clearly, it never has been something that I particularly wanted to do. I had many other much more pleasant things that I wanted to do. But it got to the point where I could barely get in my office. There were so many boxes of petitions from people saying, you got to do this. And I just said to the good Lord, if you really want me to do this, you'll have to open the doors, because all the pundits say it's impossible for someone like me. It can't be done. And there's been a lot of pushback, a lot of people saying, no, you can't do it, or they try to ignore you and say you don't exist. But the fact of the matter is, as long as the people are still there, they're still supporting me. I get my money from the people. I will not accept money from special interests or billionaires who want to influence me, because those same people will want to do that when you got to Washington, D.C., and that's part of the problem that we have right now. So honesty, integrity, bringing some of that back. I want to at least offer people that choice. Maybe they don't want that. Maybe they're used to something different, but I want to offer it.
So you're back on the campaign trail, New Hampshire, South Carolina, across the South, wherever you need to go. You're in this 100% is what you're saying.
Absolutely. I'm not going anywhere. all the rumors of my demise are premature.
All right. Well, keep us updated. We always want to know accurately what you're up to, and we'll see you on the campaign trail. Thank you, Dr. Carson, for
Thank you,
stopping in here
Shannon.
tonight. Good to see you.